Hello guys, welcome back to Rock Up Studio right here, and this is Roxanne right here. So today, as part of the series of videos we've been doing a couple of weeks back, we're going to continue with the tutorials, and today we're going to look at something we call Autolayout. So this is Xcode. I just launched Xcode. As you can see, this is the first menu Xcode presents to us when you launch Xcode. If you don't have this menu, you can still launch your project from here. You go to File, New, then you go to project. You can launch the project from here. If you have this menu, we're just going to create a new Xcode project. So just tap on it. So it takes us to another screen. This is where we're going to create a single view application. So you just tap next. This is where we're going to enter the app name. So I'm just going to call it Auto Layout. Auto Layout. You can call it any name you want, and you can make sure the language is left to Swift and the device is left to iPhone. Make sure core data is unchecked and you go to next. I have a dev folder, so I'm going to save it in my dev folder. You can locate and you can find any place on your computer and you save it there to create. Well, I have one there already, so I'm going to replace it. Just replace. Okay, so this is the new Xcode project we just created. So as you've seen Xcode before, this is a screen to present to us after Xcode, the new project has been created. So today we're going to go to main.storyboard straight away. Alright, so let's hide the document outline. There's a document outline. If you want to hide it, just tap here and you're going to hide it. If you want to bring it up here, this gives you the details of the view controller you've selected. So example, this is the view controller. This gives you the detail of it. So you're just going to hide it for now. So this is a sample view Xcode present to us after we launch Xcode. So what we're going to do, just tap on that. When you tap shift right click, it's going to give you the details, the detailed views, the layers of views in the view controller. So you can just tap in here just in the middle to select the view, or you can just shift right click to select the view. This is the view. We're going to change the color, the background color of the view to green or any color you want. You can choose to change it to any color. We just want to change it. We don't want white on white, so we're just going to change the background color so we will see the view controller more clearly. All right, so right now, sorry guys. So right now we're going to go to the object library. This is the object library. So if you don't have this, make sure you're on the third one. You can toggle among them. So here you have these, here you have these. So make sure you're in the third one. That's where you see all the objects, view controllers, labels, buttons, text field, switches, and activity indicator. All these things are there. So we're going to search for something we call view. There are so many views here because all these objects are views, but we are looking for this particular view. This is a generic view, which means it can contain other views. So that's what we're going to use today. So let's drag it onto our view controller, onto our scene. We put it in the center. So the blue lines will guide you as to where you can put it. All right, so make sure the view we just dropped on is selected. Then you come down here and you click on this pin button. This is where we're going to pin the object onto the view controller. So these anchors here shows if you want to pin it to the top, this is to the top, any object on the top there, and this is to the left, to the bottom down here, any object close to it, and to the right. So as you are pinning there, you make sure that these things, as you can see, use the current canvas. That means the current distance, the nearest object to it. So what we're going to do today is that we're going to use these two for now, and we make sure it's 8 from the right and also 8 from the left. That's what we're going to do. And as you can see, this is the width 240. This is the default width 240, and we also have the default height, which is 128. We can change the height and the width from here. So let's keep it let's keep the height 200. because for the width, these two are going to handle it. That means it's going to keep it 8 from the right and 8 from the left, so it's to stretch it across the screen. So this will take care of the width, and this is going to take care of the height. That's 200. So let's stop. Just add 3 constraints. So these yellow lines just indicate how they're going to be when they are updated. So we go to this place, this screen, and we make sure we center it horizontally in a container, and we also center it vertically in the container. We open this one and we select items of new constraint. That means we're going to update it, then add 2 constraints, and you see it has appeared nicely. So with this one, no matter how and on which screen, even if it's iPhone 4S, 5, 5S, 6, 6X, or 6X Plus, is going to be in the center and it's going to have 200, 200, a height of 200 float high. So that's how it's going to be. No matter the screen size, it's going to be 200. And it's going to be centered horizontally and vertically in the middle, in the center. So as you can see right here, now we're going to, let's drag another view image. So this is image, or if you want to search for it, you can just UI image, and it's going to come. So this is the image. So you take this image and you make sure it is in the, as you can see, it's in the view controller. If you put it there, it's going to be in the main view controller, but we want it to be in the view, only in the view. So you put it in the view, make sure it is in the view. So right here, that's it. So when we bring out a document outline, so we realize that this is the view. Let's name them. So you just tap, highlight on it, and you tap the enter. You can give it a name. So let's container view. Let's give it a name so we can clearly identify. So this is the container view. So the container view, this is the white one, which contains the image. I told you it's a generic view, so it can contain other views. So this is an image in the container view. So as you can, so now let's position the image, or let me run the app so you see how it's going to look like so far. So if you want to run, you just go to this place up here, and we have all the phones and iPads, different versions, all of them right here, from iPad 2 Air, Air 2 Pro through to iPhone 6X Plus. So all the phones, as long as your Xcode is up to date, all the phone versions and iPad versions are going to be right here. So you select, I always like to run it on the iPhone 6X, so I'm going to choose that one. And this thing here, which you hit this tab, this play button is going to run, this is a run button, it's going to run. I guess it's going to take a while, so let's wait a while. So while we are waiting for it to pop up, let's change the background color of the image view so that when it comes, we will be able to see it more clearly after the next time we run. In this time we run, we aren't going to see the image view because it's going to be white. The background is white, so it's going to be white on white, which means we won't see it. So let's change the background color of that to, is it orange or something? Okay, so this is orange. The next time we're going to see it. All right, so let's see the result of what we just ran. And when you tap on the command 3, it's going to enlarge it. If you want to increase the window here, this is the window size scale. So if you want to make it 50%, this is command 3. If you want to make it 100%, this is command 1. So you can choose the size of the simulator right here. All right, so this is what we just saw. So as I showed you, that we pin it 8 from the right and 8 from the right and 8 from the left, and we make sure the height was also 200. So as you can see, when I tap on the command cursor left, it's going to rotate the simulator, and it's also the same, it maintains the same constraints. That means 200 by height, and 8 from the right and 8 from the left. So that's what I was telling. So no matter the iPhone size, no matter the screen size, it's going to be the same. So if you rotate it from all angles, that's how it's going to be like that. 8 from the right, 8 from the left, and a height of 200 is going to maintain the same constraint. So that's about adding constraints to the object on the screen. So, and for the rotation, if you want to rotate it, you can just, if you want to rotate it, as you can see here, this is the command the cursor keys, cursor left or the cursor right to rotate the simulator. So that is it. All right, so now let me minimize it right quick. Now we've changed the color of the image view. So let's see what happens let me put it here, and let's see what happens if you do not add constraint to the object. Let's see what happens. Let me end it and run it again in the simulator. It's gonna pop up right quick. All right, so if you do not add constraints to the object on the screen, this is how the object would have been like on the iPhone. All the awesome apps you see, if there weren't any auto layout, this is how they would have looked like. So this image view we saw right here, look at the position of it. It's off the screen. You can't even see it. Let me rotate command arrow left arrow. So when you rotate it this way, you can see the image view. But when it's in portrait view, you can see it is off the screen. So this is the importance of auto layout. You give it constraints and they're going to stick to the constraint no matter the screen size. All right, guys, so this is just the sorry guys, this is the introduction to auto layout. You're going to do more projects and you get to understand it better. If you do not understand this one, don't worry, we're going to look at it in details in later videos. This is Roxanne right here. I'm out.